Initially, I wasn't going to cover this particular story because I don't really watch like the health and beauty channels where they're doing their makeup, you know, doing makeup and just kind of shooting the shit. But, you know, being a parent and knowing that this kind of content is out there is pretty disturbing to me. This woman, Eugenia Cooney, let's see if I can find out how old she is. Give me a second. Okay, you can see what she looks like, right? Eugenia Sullivan Cooney is an American YouTuber and internet personality. She was born in Massachusetts and is based in Greenwich, Connecticut, and Los Angeles. Oh, wonderful. She's 29. So she's out there looking like this. I mean, she has no muscle. She has no muscle. Period. She's probably going to be dead very soon. People have apparently been doing a lot of videos being very concerned about her. And this is the kind of shit that YouTube keeps up on online. They do copyright strikes on basic stuff like slicing some content so that you can talk about it, right? Or on singing karaoke that's already up on YouTube as karaoke versions. But then they're like, oh yeah, this chick totally should have a channel and create insane body image issues for little kids that are watching her channel.
If you don't like somebody, you can literally just go watch like another person too. Like there's literally like thousands of people that you can watch, you know?
Yeah, that
Really, Eugenia. And what can I do as a parent to make sure that my children and grandchildren aren't coming across content like this that I'm unaware even exists? Right?
something that Eugenia likes to say pretty frequently. Well, if you don't like me, if you don't like what I do here on social media, then just go watch something else.
Mm-hmm.
Is that really the opinion? Is that really the correct statement or the right attitude that people should be having? Do you guys think that? That if you see something online and you find it potentially negative, harmful, fill in the blank, is it best to just close the app, block that person, never look at it again, never speak your piece, never have an opinion on it, never say anything, just continue to go about your day with your head in the sand? Maybe regarding some topics, but everyone has a different opinion. There's a lot of gray area. And like I said, in social media, with it not being very old, social media has only been around like 20 years, if that. A lot of the precedents and a lot of things that our species, I hate to get all philosophical. I sound so philosophical when I say this, but I'm sorry. A lot of like what humanity would agree upon or come to a consensus of, I don't think that those conversations have been had yet because social media is so new. So if there's no precedent, then what are people to think? What are people to say? Because history will repeat itself. And in my opinion, just throughout the years I've been on social media, I have never seen the extent of a person like Eugenia Cooney do what she does, reach as many people that she does, and the conversation was had about it, and people were able to come to terms with it. A lot of it is still very much so up in the air. And that's why there is this constant back and forth with the internet and Eugenia and the internet. It's constant, because I don't think that, I don't know, it's sometimes hard to put into words. It's sometimes hard to wrap your head around the concept and everything. But there's a reason why this is a hot topic.
Oh, yeah, Squishy, that person, like, again, I don't like to be mean, but it's kind of like, yeah, I know they've attacked my mom really bad. They've also attacked, like, some of my friends.
Oh, wait, I think this is the footage about me. I thought I didn't get it. I thought that was way earlier. Oh, I guess so. Wow, I may have jumped the gun earlier.
Kind of bad too. And like I've seen that on like their YouTube lives, like they'll almost kind of be like encouraging people to like harass like friends of mine and just saying like mean things about them. And I'm like, I don't like that they do that. So that's why with that channel, I'm kind of like, yeah, I wouldn't really say I'm like...
Almost like kind of encourage. Well, girl, pick a side. Do you want to say that I'm doing that or not? Don't play the middle of the road here. What are you trying to say? Almost like kind of encourages his audience to harass me and my friends. Which is it? Because to me, that seems like a very roundabout way of saying that I am actively encouraging my audience to do that. And I'm not. And if I was doing that, that would definitely, fall into some type of harassment community guideline, and I would be reprimanded for it. So, what are you trying to say?
A huge fan. I don't know if I should tell you guys what channel I'm talking about, but yeah, no, I've seen that, like, when you're 13.
Both of them have followings large enough to make them considered public personalities. So both of them can be discussed. And this woman needs help. She needs help. She needs to have a doctor supervising her diet, because she's going to Karen Carpenter herself out of this world very soon if she keeps this up.
They watch you and your answers, it's not your fault. Because, yeah. Well, that is my answer, guys. My answer is just kind of like, if like people have like a problem with me or anything like that, like that's fine. People are allowed to like feel however they want, but it is kind of just like at the same time, like there's literally like thousands of other people. Like instead of like going and like...
I don't know what they were referring to right here when they were talking about a 13-year-old, but what are you trying to say? Should a 13-year-old have the wherewithal? Should a 13-year-old have the mental capacity that if they see something potentially harmful online, they shouldn't watch it? Sometimes kids watch things and they don't even realize that it's harmful, or they don't even realize that it's negative. They just see it and then, do what they do with that information. It doesn't click with them or register with them until later in life when, they've had more time to mentally mature and understand how the world works. And so I don't know. Is that a fair statement to say? Well, if 13-year-olds are watching and they find this harmful or it's affecting them negatively, well, then they should just go watch something else.
The irony here is that her mother, who she lives with, which doesn't make any sense to me. I mean, if she's making all this money through monetizing videos on YouTube, she should have been able to move out at this point, so she seems totally dysfunctional, right? Her mom is obese and just calls her, well, she's just a skinny mini. She's not just a skinny mini. She's on death's door. And she's setting horrible body examples for little kids that follow her.
I don't think that's a fair statement.
False reporting people all the time. And that applies to anyone, guys, you know? It's kind of like you can just so easily just go watch like another person.
Look at her legs.
You know what I mean?
Fuck's sake,
So,
look at her arms.
I guess that's just kind of how I feel about it. There are a lot of channels that people have made posting their own update / point of view. Yeah, I know. I've seen. I know. Yeah, I mean, I guess like people are allowed to do that, guys, and that's fine. But I just kind of feel like some of them go a little.
Can you imagine if like people just like were not paying attention to the 8 passengers situation where Ruby Frankie was abusing her children in broad daylight on her channel? And this woman, Eugenia, is basically doing the same thing. Hey, I'm showing you that like I'm dying because I'm not eating anything. And, you know, if you don't like it, just turn away from my channel, right?
Far. Like, I don't know.
You know or you don't know? Which is it? You feel like some of them go too far. You just said you're not a fan of my channel. You just said that I kind of like sort of encourage people to harass others. So which is it? If you think I go too far, if you think that I'm stepping over the line, if you think that I'm saying something inappropriate or whatever, let me know. You told me earlier you didn't want me talking about your brother. You said, don't be talking about Chip. Don't be talking about the brother. I don't want you saying anything, for someone that does not want to be online. And I respected that. But what I did say and what I did follow up with that is if you have put information or footage or whatever out onto the internet and made it public for the world to see, which is the content that I originally was talking about your brother in, then what? Do you want me to select or, pick and choose what kind of content I react to? I don't know. I can't read your mind. I don't know what is okay or nice in your mind or, what's stepping over the line with you. So if there have been videos in the past where you've uploaded footage of your brother and I watch it online and I provide commentary about it and that you get upset about it, it's like... I don't know. I mean, if you didn't want people talking about it, if you didn't want anyone watching that footage, maybe you shouldn't have put it on the internet for all of YouTube, all of the world to see.
Right.
That's just my opinion.
Like, some of them just, like, flat out, like, some of the hate channels, like, the things that they say, they're just, like, flat out not true. Some of them are just crazy. Like...
Hate channels. I think it would be called criticism. Eugenia. I find your content absolutely repulsive. And I would not want any of my children and grandchildren to see it. Go to a doctor and work on your diet so that you're not on death's door.
The people that actually think that, like, Jeffrey and my mom, like, guys, if we're being, like, serious, like, that they actually think that us, like, joking around about a conservatorship, and then some people think that's, like, legit. I'm just like, is this really what you guys think is going on? Is that, like, Jeffrey and my mom are just, like, texting, like, planning stuff? It's like... I don't know. People are so crazy sometimes.
Yeah, people are.
Thank you for the follow, Alyssa. Thanks, Save Eugenia, for sharing out the live. Ooh, people are trying to save me. Where are the hair ties from? These are from Sanrio.
Oh, she didn't like that. She didn't like that an account named Save Eugenia shared her live stream. She didn't like that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. You think it's getting to the point where she's just had enough? She's so sick of hearing it. She's so tired of people saying it over and over again that it's getting to the point where if you can't ignore it, maybe barking back or maybe ridiculing them or mocking them, maybe that'll work. I think that's maybe the coping mechanism that we're picking up from a select group of people.
So I have like a bunch of different ones. I have like Hello Kitty. Today I got the My Melodies in. I have Kuromi. I love Kuromi. I just really love Sanrio. So yeah, that's what we're wearing today. Aw, Jillian, thank you for the follow. They're adorable. Thank you. Thank you. I'm like a really big Sanrio fan, so yeah. As you guys can probably tell, I have like so much Hello Kitty in my room. Aw, thanks for sharing out the live, Chad. Thank you, Elizabeth, with the follow.
All right, y'all. I think that is where I'm going to call it here for this video. A lot was said. You know me. I can talk for a while. So I don't know. Maybe I'll go through the rest of this and see if there's any. But if it's just more like, Emily, thank you for the galaxy, like I'm not really interested in it. I don't think that you guys care to hear that either. But definitely a lot to think about. A lot was, in my opinion, taken away from what was said in this, and her little response to some of the community about just like mocking and condescending and thinking like, oh my god, can you guys really not pick up on the fact that we're joking about things? Like this is a term called sarcasm. If you don't know about it, maybe you should get educated on it and everything. So definitely a little bit more of an attitude I've noticed recently in some of these videos. So I don't know, only time will tell. But yeah, let me know what you all think of this video, some of the thoughts that I had and some of your own thoughts, or what specifically was said in this video. Let's follow up the conversation, and I'll see you all next time.
Yeah, seriously.
Worldwide bestseller, Clarence Doubles.
She certainly is not putting forth any positive body images to the youth network that's probably watching her, and it's pretty scary. I hope she takes care of herself. I hope she goes to a doctor, starts drinking some protein shakes or something, because it's scary. What's going on with her is scary. And I showed her images to my boyfriend last night, and he was like horrified. She has no muscles. She has no muscles. I don't even know how she can walk. I don't know how she could pick anything up. And she will Karen Carpin herself into the grave.